Today we're going to be looking at locating points on a coordinate plane. So we've looked at them on a number line. Today we're going to be applying it to a coordinate plane. The only difference is we have this added on feature of the y value because a coordinate plane is 2 dimensions. So it's just like the x1 equation on a number line, but instead of using x's, we use y's. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at our first example. So here we have our x1 in this example. We have our x2, we have now our y1, our y2, and we still have our a over b. So in this case, our a over b is 3/4. Excuse me. So our x1 is -7, our x2 is 6, our y1 is -5, and our y2 is 8. So let's go ahead and let's write out the formula. So we have x1 plus a over b, x2 minus x1, comma, because it's a coordinate, y1 plus a over b, x2 minus, or not x2, y2 minus y1. So y2 minus y1. So plug in the values that we have. We have all the values over here. So our x1 is -7 plus 3/4, 6 minus -7. Our y1 is -5 plus 3/4, y2 is 8 minus -5. So again, we got double negatives, so let's take care of those. We turn those into plus. So this gives me -7 plus 3/4. 6 minus 7 becomes 6 plus 7. And then we have -5 plus 3/4. 8 minus -5 becomes 8 plus 5. So we have -7 plus 3/4 times 13. And then we have -5 plus 3/4 times 13. So what we're going to do is we're going to multiply the 13 times 3 and divide by the 4. So that gives you -7 plus 4.75, or 9.75, and then -5 plus 9.75. So let me make that look more like a 9. All right. So add those together. That gives me 2.75. And then for my other one, that's going to give me 4.75. So there is where the new point is. Point C is at 2.75 and 4.75. Let's take a look at our next one. Before we look at that, we want to look at another key concept. So just like we had with the fractions, now with the ratio, we have a second part of it, where before we only had the x1 and the y1, now we have, or x2 and x1, now we have y1 and y2. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. So let's take a look at this. So again, we want to find the new coordinate of C given the ratio of 1 to 2. So my x1, my x2, my y1, my y2, my m, and my n. Now, remember, m to n. So m is going to be 1, n is going to be 2. My x1 is -5. My x2 is going to be 6. My y1 is -2. And my y2 is 2. So plug these in to my formula. So again, it's n x1 plus m x2 m plus n, comma, n y1 plus m y2 over m plus n. plug in. N is 2 times -5 plus 1 times 6 over 1 plus 2. 2 times -2 plus 1 times 2 over 1 plus 2. Do the numerators. 2 times -5 is -10 plus 6 over 3. Do the numerator. -4 plus 2 over 3. -10 plus 6 is going to give you -4 over 3. -4 plus 2 is going to give you -2 over 3. So our point C is at -4/3, -2/3. So this is just like the examples that we were working on last week. The only difference is we've now added the y value into them, where with the number line we are only dealing with the 1 dimension. With the coordinate plane we're now dealing with 2 dimensions. So make sure, just like we did last week, you label out what all your points are. You write out what your formula is, and then you plug in your points into your formula as you work to solve out the problems.